Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. First thing is first, if you wouldn't mind giving me a like and a subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And whilst you're there, let me know how you're feeling out of 10. You know what, for me this week, I think I'm probably like a 9.5. We've had a really good week. We've got loads done. The weather's been glorious. It's been my birthday, 31 years old. Can you believe it? I can't. And yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Look at this wildflower strip behind me. It's all in flower. The red campion's just coming through. Sweet clover's out. Birds are singing. What's not to love? Highs and lows of the week. Well, this week's high is that we've actually got some concrete down, which you'll see later on in the video. Been desperate for this concrete for ages. Really excited, and it went down so well. So that's a really good positive this week. And the low of the week is that 007, one of our Charolais stock bulls, has gone lame. You'll see this all in the videos, all explained. Don't really know what's gone wrong with him, but we know we've got him in, we've treated him. You'll see it all. So I suppose we should have a look, shall we? Just in case you think I've gone mad, I haven't. The cows haven't got out into the mowing grass. What I'm actually doing here is a little bit of an experiment. So I saw on Facebook, someone from I think it was a dairy advisory group, had actually mentioned about grass intakes. And I always try and read dairy articles, especially when it comes to sort of grass management, because I think they're way ahead of us as beef farmers. And I read this one, I thought it was quite interesting. And they were saying how to improve your grass intakes in your cows and get them to eat this kind of like stalky, so we can find some this kind of stalky grasses like you get here, which is a bit unpalatable. They're not that bothered about it. To get them to eat that and sort of have a better residual left behind, what they were suggesting was that you go in and mow your grass and give the cows, well, they were saying a day's worth of grass. It's not, they were at Thornton here, so we're away from home, so it's not quite so easy to do that. But what we're actually doing as an experiment is these guys were due to move tomorrow morning, and they've been on here for like 3 or 4 days. They're going to go to a new paddock. So I said to Dad, well, I'm coming to mow this one behind me because it's got ahead of them. I'll mow the bents and the grass that's left, what's residual in here, and see whether once it's mixed together, which is what this dairy article was saying, see whether they'll actually eat it, and potentially then we could leave them on here for an extra 2 or 3 days whilst they eat this residual sort of grass that we've mowed, and that'll kind of improve our intakes and make the paddocks last a little bit longer. And it also doesn't mean I have to come in here and top any sort of thistles or whatever else, because it all gets done at the same time. And if it doesn't work, well, when I bring the rake to mow that side, I'll just row this up as well. But they seem to be liking it at the minute. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. So I'll keep you posted, because this could be quite a useful little tip for anybody who's trying to manage their grassland. So we've got a little bit of a disaster on our hands. One of our bulls, 007, has gone lame. And typically, he's gone lame at the furthest point from the farmyard, where we actually have to run the cows down the road and God knows what else. So we have to run the cows back and get him out, and we're going to jab him up, but we're going to have to take him out because it's his back right leg and it's got a bit swollen as well. So we're going to have to lose him out of this group, and then I think we're going to have to put the groups together at Thornton and kind of mob the bulls a bit and try and sort of mitigate anything that's going on, because if we're not careful, we could soon not have any cows in calf, which is going to be a disaster if that happens. So I'm a little bit worried about him. He's travelling okay on it, but he needs treated before he gets used again. So bit of a nightmare. Here he is. You can see it's this back right leg there. It's just a bit swollen. You might not be able to tell in the video, but you can definitely tell he's limping, which is not good. Yeah, we've just got to walk these guys. They've been down there over the road, and we've taken them all the way back to the yard, which is over that way. Quite a bit of a trek for him, but once he gets there, we'll take him out, treat him, and put him in the paddock on his own. So we managed to separate him off. We wanted to get him back to the farm, which is obviously behind us. We're going to put him in the field at the side of the drive, but he's just not playing ball. We've got him in here and he's just wanting to sit underneath that tree. But I don't know if you can see on the video, his back foot. It's just so swollen down at the bottom. Knee upwards, it's fine. It's just like that knee to foot. It's really swollen. It's almost like he's cut it or he's got foul, but I can't see how he could have had foul because it's not been wet. I don't know how he would have cut it and got anything in there to infect it, because it's been rotationally grazed on the grass, and you know, we water his grass every week and whatever. We'd have thought we'd have found it, but obviously something's got in there. Something's causing us a bit of an issue, isn't it, mate? I don't think he's very pleased with us. Took his girls away. See here, look, you can see how much more swollen that foot is there compared to the other one. So it's like I say, it's fine from the knee, but down at the foot there, it's really swollen. He was trying to mount a cow and trying his hardest, but she wouldn't stand still for him. So not good. If you are wondering why we actually take them out and don't just leave them in with cows and try and treat them in the field, the reason is that obviously if he keeps trying to mount cows, he's not going to rest his leg, which is not what you want. But also, if they're running a temperature, which is what he will be running if he's got a bit of an infection down there in his foot, the semen kind of doesn't work properly. They go subfertile. So even if we did leave him in and he did manage to serve something, chances are he perhaps wouldn't catch them anyway. So it's best just to take them out, treat them, get them right again before you use them. So unfortunately for him, it could be his season over, which would be a shame, but it is what it is. Can't do much about it, can we? Just gotta hope we get it right again. Dad's gone to get the drugs now then to inject him, because like I say, he wouldn't play ball, wouldn't go back to the yard, so hopefully we can do him in the field if he stands still. Just have a feeling though, when you try and inject him, he's not going to stand still. We'll find out. So now we've sorted the bull, we're on to the main job this week. We're actually going to concrete the floor in this shed. So we've been leveling it up for ages, got it all ready, and we've put these shutters in. We've got to put a membrane down now, and then concrete tomorrow morning. We had thought about different ways of doing this. We'd kind of considered using these forms that I don't know what they're called exactly off the top of my head now, but you put them in and they're like plastic and like an upside down T, and then you concrete over the top of them and use them to get your levels. We thought about those. They were about 600 quid for this shed, and it's only sort of like 45 by 30, so it's quite a lot of money considering what it is. And what I then came across was these little things here, because these are like a road form. So you can get proper road forms, which are metal, and you can hire them, but there's no one round by us that actually hires them, which I found absolutely unbelievable considering we're in the middle of the UK. But what I could find was on a website, you can get these brackets. So there's the bracket, and it comes with the peg and this piece in here to get them rock solid. And they were about £7 each. So I bought the woods from the local timber merchant and put those brackets on, and they're like every 1.2 meters, something like that. And they got them all level, so we can come in here and just float the floor in. And I thought actually be quite good, because we were on about potentially one day concreting the drive, or if we have any other concreting work we want to do, just on floor work, we can use those forms, and it should make life really easy. So they'll definitely get used again. I have also hired a proper beam screed as well, like a double beam screed for laying the concrete. Just got it for a few days, should work fine. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it all goes to plan, and we'll have a nice concrete floor in here by the weekend, which would be great, because actually you don't know why I'm doing this floor yet, but you will find out soon, very soon. So yeah, let's get on with it. So it's now Wednesday morning, I've just finished feeding. Concrete's coming at 8 AM, so I'm about to go for my breakfast. I was just going to show you that we put this blue sheet down in the bottom. I actually did video it, but for some reason it didn't focus and it looked like we hadn't put our glasses on. It was so blurry, but yeah, I had to delete that. So we put this sheet down underneath the concrete. And the reason why we put that down is because it will stop any damp rising through the concrete. So if you ever wanted to store anything in here that was like fertilizer or corn or anything like that, yeah, just stop any damp getting sucked up through the concrete, and it does make a hell of a difference for a bit of sheet. So if we're going to do it, might as well do it properly. The plan this morning is that we're going to lay that strip there down that side, and then we're going to lay this main block here down that side. And the reason for that is if we lay this strip on this side and then lay that bit on that side, on Friday morning when the other half comes, we can fill in the gap over that far side over there, and then fill in this gap as well. We won't really need any of the shuttering, only need the shuttering in the gate or doorway there. The Alpha Mix lorries here, they're from Market Harborough. They're actually a really good company. We use them all the time for concrete. Really useful, and they turn up as well when you ask them to, which you can never guarantee with some of these companies, but they're really, really good. So Alpha Mix, Market Harborough, use them if you can. And there we have it. First lay is done. So it's now 11:15 on Wednesday morning, and the first half is in. We'll wait for that to dry. We'll take up all the shuttering tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon, and get then ready to lay this half on Friday morning. And then it'll be a completely different shed. Excited, really excited. But they're chuffed to get that in. I've been waiting for ages to get that in. Whew, feels like a bit of a milestone. Good stuff. And just like that, this Friday morning again, I've got to put more sheet down. That's the last of the old roll. Well, I was going to do it last night, but we didn't get actually finished moving all the shuttering until about 10:30 because we had to go silaging a field next to a scout wood so the scouts can use it as a car park this weekend for some big event that they've got going on. It's currently about 8:30. Lorries turned up at 10:30, so a little bit easier this morning. Not so much of a rush around, but this will be quite difficult because we're gonna have to take up the shutter in there to run the concrete in with the forklift, and we'll have to take all of the blue sheet up as well, and then just kind of like put it back down again as we move backwards. So gonna be a bit more work actually laying it, but it's nice to have it laid. And this, what we laid the other day, is awesome. I'm so pleased with it. It's really, really good. So yeah, I'll crack on with that and then go get my breakfast. And that's it. all done and dusted. The concrete is all laid. Absolutely chuffed to bits, over the moon with it. It looks amazing. Really pleased to finally get a floor in this shed. It's been a long time coming. I don't even know when this shed was put up, very long time ago, but it's always had a rough floor in it. But to get a proper floor, it's pretty amazing. Now, I did say early on in the video that I was doing this for a specific reason, and I never actually mentioned what that reason was because you guys haven't actually been told yet. But if you don't know, please have a guess, because there's some people who do know. And if you do know, don't guess, because that spoils the fun for everybody. But if you don't know what the floor is for, I'd love to hear your ideas, and yeah, so put in the comments what you think I've done this for. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like and a subscribe. I would really appreciate that. If you didn't enjoy the video, give me a like and a subscribe anyway. Why not? What you got to lose? Now, me and Dad are going to have a busy weekend getting these walls built back up all around here. Whatever you guys are doing, have a great one. I think the weather's going to be half decent, so enjoy yourself, and I'll see you all on the other side. Bye.